The darkness surrounds us. It's time to light up the night. It's time for Zero Dark 30 with John.
Yay! Cut out the jibber jabber. Don't be babbling like a fool. Say what you got to say. That's all. Then shut your dang pie hole.
Hey everyone, welcome back to the Prepared Mind channel. Zero Dark 30, busting out of the bunker, going to bring you some very important, information. You can do with it what you will. I looked at the information and said, yeah, I think I'll prep. I think I'll be a patriot. I think I'll have a backup plan to the system that's out here, which seems to be hell-bent on destroying all of us as individuals, as nations. Well, the question this morning, to nuke or not to nuke? Well, that is one hell of a question. For a second there, I thought I was live at Zero Dark. I thought, who the heck is up here? I thought instead of seeing a 0, I saw an 8. I was like, 8 people. Wow, that's a lot awake at this time of day. So what am I talking about, to nuke or not to nuke? Well, if you recall, several weeks ago, Vladimir Putin and Russia decided they were going to send nuclear weapons into Belarus. Not launch style, but rather, contained, safe, nice, cute little nukes, as protection for Belarus and protection for Russia. Protection from what, you might ask? Well, I don't know. What could Russia possibly be worried about? Well, who else has nukes? Oh, that's right, the United States government. I no longer blame the United States of America, folks. We don't want war. We're peace-loving people, right? We are. We want peace, quiet, happiness, prosperity, freedom, liberty, justice, and more peace. Not mostly peaceful flames, but peace. Anyways, those missiles are over there. Who are they defending us from? What state in the United States is being threatened right now? It's just a question I like to ask. Really, who am I being threatened by? Nobody. Nobody. All right. Let us continue. So the United States of America has nuclear missiles all over Europe. Where do they keep them at? They keep them at NATO bases. That's right, NATO, North Atlantic Treaty Organization, NATO bases. So NATO is the military organization in Europe that is single biggest member is not even in Europe, it's the United States. We put our nuclear missiles over there and aim them at Russia. Used to be at the Soviet Union, now we aim them at Russia. Ooh, interesting stuff, right? So that's why Russia has missiles aimed at Europe. I mean, why really would Russia aim missiles anywhere in Europe or anywhere in America? So what is going on? Why did Russia feel threatened? Well, it wasn't because of just the Ukraine war. It was because NATO has been expanding its military bases east and north, and surrounding Russia. They've moved closer now. So what? So Europe wants to feel good. So NATO wants more bases. What's the big deal? Well, the big deal is there was a promise made a couple of decades ago. There was a promise made that they wouldn't do that they would not threaten Russia with the expansion of NATO military power. We're like, really? We're going to invade Russia? That's how this goes? No, not militarily, right? Because we don't do that sort of thing. We're the government of the U.S. of A. We don't invade countries. No, what happens is the CIA creates revolutions that are supposed to look organic, and then they take over governments by infiltration. They take over governments by infiltration. Sound familiar, Washington, D.C.? Who runs Washington, D.C.? Oh, yeah, the CIA and the secret cabal, yeah. The deep state that Steny Hoyer says is, well, they're patriots. Well, yeah, if you're on their side, they're patriots. But anyways, so NATO has been getting closer and closer and closer, and Russia feels threatened. So they said, that's it, nuclear weapons, go to Belarus. But now an interesting development has occurred, folks. And I'm not big on stand downs all of a sudden because I wonder why all of a sudden. Well, Putin tells the United States of America, he tells NATO, hey, I'll take my missiles away from Belarus. I'll take them out. We'll pull back. We'll disarm on one condition. You, U.S. government, get all of your nukes out of all of Europe. Now, this is quite interesting, isn't it? What do you think is going to happen? Well, first off, the United States government will never do that. So I have no illusions at all. It just will not happen. Even though they could still launch all the nukes from the United States of America. I don't think the U.S. would want to do that because then only the United States of America would be targeted by Russia with nukes. I take it back. I know France and I know England and I know Israel have them. But still, right? The real enemy of Russia is the U.S. government. It is Washington, D.C. So why is Putin offering this? Why is Putin offering to take missiles out, to stand down? Well, there's a couple advantages here. It shows it gives the appearance that he's a peaceful person, that he wants peace. Of course, this is going to be seen as an act of aggression by NATO and the European Union, the United States government. Offering to get rid of U.S. nukes in Europe is an act of aggression. Now, I know you're saying, but wait, he didn't do anything. Well, think about how liberals think, left-wing minded people think. People like Lighten the Loafers, Lindsey Graham, little war chickens. What do they tell us? Right? Liberals, like college liberals, they say it's a microaggression. If you say something verbally, that hurts them. That's akin to a physical assault. So hurting their feelings with nukes is the same as an act of war to these people. They want to go fight over this. How dare you try and offer peace and insult us, right? So it's yet another World War III event. Offering peace is now a violent military event to the people in charge. While they destroy our military, it's at its lowest, approval rating in decades. I don't think it's ever been this low, at least since, not in my lifetime, since the Vietnam War, has the military been looked at so lowly. But we have some big problems, folks. Military is weak, and they want war. The economy, they keep saying, oh, it's in a recession. No, it's not. No, it's not. Everything's fine. We just raised interest rates. That'll fix things. I feel those 1970s Jimmy Carter years right on our heels. That's where we're at. Anyways, what are we talking about here, folks? We're talking about SHTF, an escalation. Putin offers peace, so what is the response? The response will be more conflict, more war. Get ready for it, mark my words. That's just a prediction, and I have been wrong, folks. I've been wrong a lot. But the idea is to think, to plan, to predict, to prepare. I've been right an awful lot as well. Remember that thing called COVID? Yeah, I was right. Remember that thing called, calling Democrats and socialism, a murderous concept? We'll be talking about that tonight. It is a death cult. It is. Are you prepared? Do you have your faith? That is what you believe, and do you believe in it strongly enough? If it's challenged, can you defend it? Are you prepared to defend yourself and others? Chance favors the prepared mind. Is yours. God bless America. Semper Fi.